Iheanacho.
Yes,
Kelechi Iheanacho. 6-2, that game ended against St. Mirren. That helped his team Celtic to defeat after extra time for a guy that has not scored for 6 months. That's the spirit of never say never.
Ademola
God is there again.
Lookman.
Oh! That Champions League night, Atlético versus Barcelona. Very swell. See, as I don't know about you, but it's an extra special feeling when I see a Nigerian guy on the top level.
Highest.
See the way in control game, he read off the place with the Giuliani, Ruggeri, and as soon as he said they don't cover and finish, as the water covers the sea. Tower!
Story here is for Ademola Lookman. He's now the second Nigerian to score in the Copa Del Rey final. Finidi George. Finidi George. I mean, that's another winger. There's something about Finidi George and Ademola Lookman. Both of them are wingers.
Yeah.
Both of them play in their position.
They don't stick to the wing.
Yeah, they go everywhere.
They cut in.
They cut in, they track back, and then, of course, they score. 109 goals that Bayern scored in 30 games. They lost just one game this season.
That's not even counting the over 160 goals they scored everywhere.
We're not talking about the Champions League. We're talking about the
just the one league.
109 goals.
Nicolas Jackson win league. Chelsea they fight for 5th place.
I feel your pain. I share it. I mean, you need a hug.
Keep your Bangolo hug.
Now, if you look at the press release that was coming from the World Athletics, it wasn't just OFILI's name that was there. But then they look at all the athletes. These are athletes that are world-class athletes. They're not just athletes that are up and coming, which you can say, okay, I will train them. They're not training. So what World Athletics is trying to prevent is if Turkey is given the opportunity to have these 11 athletes, what's going to happen at the Los Angeles Games or the World Championship?
Okay, to you, people of God and people of sports, it's another day to enjoy sports with a slice of sass from the ladies when we say they know within this sup. My name is Chief Swore, your Oloregun one of sports. Okugbetu of Udu Kingdom. No, they do me now. I do my sister when we say they drop the stats with the facts. Cece looking very pristine. What's popping? Happy New Week.
Yeah, it was a wonderful weekend, right?
Guy, I can't even believe my voice is back.
Down. Yeah, you know, I was wondering how you're going to do the show today, because when I spoke to you last night and even this morning, okay, what's helping?
I have things.
Water.
I have things and secret juice.
I think when you have water, I think that's the best thing for you. Really, water is really healthy for you. So drink lots of water and whatever thing you're going through, all this.
Drink water, and keep it moving.
Lots of water, and keep moving. Drink water, talk less, and your voice will be back.
Unfortunately, we are in the business of talk.
Therapy, right?
Yeah, they call it therapy. Can I get a what? Can I get a what first? Can I get a what? Yes. We are here. My people, it's a struggle, but I will tell you we are here. This is Cece and Chief Swore, and if you are right here, I want to say thank you for being part of the community, because this is what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Never 7, 8, 4, 1, 5, 6.
Counting down,
we are getting 5,
right?
6. We are getting 5, 6. So that means you've been following the community, you've been part of it, and the feedback that we got from last week's conversation with the good man.
It's been great.
Dr. Victor Demola. It was such an amazing feedback. Thank you for all the sharing, the likes, the support on multiple platforms. You can be part of the community, because we don't just discuss the stuff that's only relating to us. We also take it to the world. We showcase the best of Africa, Nigeria, and everything went sweet us for front. They're not they share money again. Some people don't they cry by the way. but let's start with this weekend. A mixed bag of things.
It is.
But let's start with the positive. What was the highlight for you this weekend?
Yeah, I think the whole week, from Tuesday last week to today, I think the whole thing, the basic one, the most important one. I'm trying, there's so many, but what stood out for me was when I attended the matriculation ceremony of the National Institute for Sport. It was suspended for 1 year.
For real?
I
thought they used to still do it too.
It was suspended for 1 year when a new DG Felix Charibo came in. You know, he had to suspend it because they need to reorganize, reevaluate, and check their syllabus curriculum and see how they can make it better. You know, you don't want to produce coaches that are just only here. You want to produce coaches like trainer who are standard, you know, who have the standard and of course requisites to be able to also impact, you know, to other generation. And so when I attended that, 232 coaches, various department administrators, you know, those in the taekwondo department, track and field. No, not football, track and field. You have the one for basketball. You have the one for, you know, you also have those physiotherapists also there. So, but what stood out for me wasn't just the event. It was the fact that you have 25 of those 232. Rasheedat Ajibade Foundation sponsored 25 of them. I spoke with some of them, and what was the story? That two of them, actually, I spoke with, said they actually posted it on their social media handle that they would love, you know, to be
part of the team.
To be not just they want to study at NIS and then improve themselves, but they will be glad if they get a sponsor. So Rasheedat Foundation saw that tweet and then they reached out to him. And they got the scholarship. And the other guy is an accountant. He was trying to cross over into sports.
I like it.
A football because he owns an academy. So he wants to see how he can also learn and be able to impart. And then, so of course, he saw the post on, you know, and he applied for it and he got it. So lot 25 of them. So different story. So I think that's kudos to... Yes, I'll blow this.
Yes. That's 2 times we are giving you, make it 3 for Rasheedat Ajibade, the captain for Super Falcons. If you never pay school fees before, I don't they gather money from my Peking secondary school, I can tell you.
You know what it means, right? So doing something
that's like almost in the millions.
Grassroots, grassroots development. Yes, 25 persons.
I like
25.
it. That's a different level of taking people to another level because everybody wants to be in front. Not everybody wants to do the dirty work at the back and you know,
bring up these athletes.
I see her when she posts them online before. I just thought that will people take it? But I'm very impressed that
a lot, yes.
A few people saw the opportunity and put themselves out there.
A few 25?
Guy, that's why I say a few people, 25 out of that's a healthy percentage.
Yes, that's a huge percentage, really.
Because when our foundation put them, you think that somebody will be shy now.
No, they were not.
Before they come and call you Abegistan. That's why I go do audition for Kemi Adetiba something. As they put the video outside there, and they ask me, I say, yeah, worries, so now also be this. So if you never put yourself outside for social media, on comment sections and whatnot, like shoot your shot. Not going to beg, just I have a dream. Can you support it? If you have not done it, you will know how important it is. So thank you, Rasheedat Ajibade,
thank you for that. Really, was I mean, big ups to her for being able to come up with that. You know, she has a foundation. We all know that. I mean, she's been doing it for a while, but this was really a different great angle. Because seeing
not
these
just footballers.
No, I was really shocked. I saw them carrying some. I'm like, okay, where are these people coming from? And they mentioned Rasheedat, super focused.
And they give I see the Mr. Producer, sure you go put their picture where they wear they're really matriculate.
Yes,
so when people call the shout greatest bubble now, those ones won't come out. NIS will call they come out the shout greatest bubble.
No, really. I mean, that's what NIS. That's what it's supposed to do.
Actually, that's
what it's supposed to do. You know, it was modeled or Australia modeled. I mean, NIS has a model which is produce world-class coaches. The facilities, you already have it. So why not
do the
equipped and then have the coaches get the right people to teach them, and then instead of us, you know, looking for, we are everywhere to go get coaches, you can have them here. This will be a standard for them, and then from here they can go to Europe and do their the pro license.
I'm going to pause it. I'm going to pause it because when you start here, Cece,
okay,
you know what you like. So another thing went sweet me. Now somebody went get roots from Una side. About Una side, you know, see we do get normally. She came out, now teenage girl, when we say burst into the scenes for 2024. You know the girl now, Grace Osareti. That would be when they do cycling. Now, she just finished the 5th stage. She won the 5th stage for the Tour du Burkina Faso, which is a cycling route that's very crazy. And waiting sweet me for her, and I say, this girl now just less than 3 years ago, she did do wheelbarrow walk. And if you know anybody that's as somebody went on to pong walk, aka Legbu walk, aka Miss Small Mate, carry and join. They get some kind of walk when they move 5 and 6. You cannot do wheelbarrow walk when we say you not do pong walk to a certain level. What did they call that one? Those people that used to carry dirty or carry when you want carry load for market, what did they call them? Those boys now. Aja boys who know they I don't want to say na load that. Those ones when I book they do well, not be say I want to insult anybody. Alabaro. You cannot do wheelbarrow work and not do alabaro as a baby girl. That girl used alabaro also to enter cycling. And in less than 24 months, she has not just become our National Sports Festival champion. She has not just become the African champion when it comes to route.
Secondary school is cycling.
For her age grade. This will not be football age or Iri age. And just now, the most crazy route. They say this is Africa's response to Tour de France, right?
Yes.
Over 1,000.
The organizers of Tour de France are also the one that are organizing
this
the
Tour de Burkina
Faso. Yes.
And the terrain is rugged. This time you're even riding under 40 degrees centigrade. And gravel, whatnot. You know what they mean when we say they ride, they do competition, they ride your cycle. Military, they follow you, they waka. Because they fear they're not kidnap you on a high grade level. Police, they follow you, they escort you. And she won. Initially, the first stage, she was a bronze medalist.
She finished third in the first stage. And then this is stage 5. She won stage 5.
This thing's with me.
And you have 10 stages. I think this is remarkable for her, you know, from 2025 at the Sport Festival, when she won.
This is the trajectory now, when they talk about
2024, and then you're looking at the African schools. After that National Sports Festival, the African school cycling sports games, she went on to also win that one. So I love the growth. I love the fact that she's not just growing, she's having opportunity to attend competitions. That's what we talk about. That is not just enough that you have a national sports festival.
You have to have places to express yourself.
So let these athletes have opportunity to actually go out, compete, and see how far they can go. Someday, I just want to see her at the Olympics. I know it's close. It's close. It's possible because you have different categories. But currently, she's in the women's 200 meters sprint. That's where she won, the medal at the Sport Festival. So if you can continue in this strategy where she's going, I believe just someday, might just be looking at a champion from Edo State.
A champion, and she's the right size, right weight, right age set to get into those sprints and get something out of it.
It's a storyline that I love. So whatever you're doing out there, just know that sport just have the way of changing everything. It has a way of changing everything. We talked about, the javelin where we're discussing for.
Hey, my baby boy, Cece, my gosh.
You mentioned something when we were
this boy when they grew up on
Nisha. Enter America.
He used javelin. If you tell me say Igbo man go use javelin, make her the throw stick. Of all sports that you want to say, I'm a boy.
I think that's really what we don't see regularly.
Lord have mercy.
When it comes to sports like that, we see the sprinters, we see we've seen the quarter milers, but we really don't see those field events apart from the long jump and the high jump. We don't see much of the field events when it comes to javelin and discus and the others coming from this part of the world and exporting them over there. We always see them coming from the US to compete for us, but having our own from here, homegrown, being able to get the scholarship through javelin.
I saw him as a junior athlete. I think in Kenya.
So give us the updates of what is currently doing. What happened to him at the weekend?
Over the weekend, let me see. My brother got through, managed to get the ISO longest through, broke the record again, his own record. He's a national champion again, broke the national record again. He's, I think, the 9th or 7th person that has the best through right now in Africa. That means that he's inching close to what senior men from Kenya like them, Julius Yebo, among others, are about. And when you consider the fact that it's mainly South Africans and East Africans that usually dominate these sports, and then you see a young man, I better pronounce his name completely for me. Thank you very much. You see that guy, a very quiet guy, very dogged and very composed. If you want to see athletes when go far, even when we say we did for Kenya, I think come Colombia for World Juniors for Kenya, it was always very focused. It was not everybody, but like very driven, very quiet, takes his time. Even when he has bad throws, it's not a bad day altogether. You just see him taking notes. Like a bad throw is not a bad day. It just means that there's something I have to learn on the day. And when you consider that he's just in his close to his middle to late 20s now, and for javelin you have a longer longevity for career, meaning that you can do this until your 30s. And usually the guys that come from this side, when they go to the fields after they finish university, even if they do masters and whatnot, they play too. He's finished his first degree, I think he's on his second, but he's getting better. So that's a sign that as long as you're ready to push, bro, there's something in it for you. So I love it. I love it too for the guys that refuse to give up. In fact, today edition, man, like this weekend, when I look across board, the things will make me smile. Now, people when we say you go count out on a good day. Like for me, I see Iheanacho, Kelechi Iheanacho, the man from Imo State as well, that has roots from there. 6-2, that game ended against St. Mirren. That helped his team Celtic to defeat after extra time for a guy that's not scored for 6 months. He had a brace in a matter of minutes. That's the spirit of never say never. So that one, I love it for him. So shout out to Kelechi Iheanacho as well. He did well. This one I feel blow for you. Yeah. Nama you be. Very crucial victory.
I think it's needed for him because if you check Iheanacho, I mean,
Dundee they play, not be St. Mirren.
No, it was
Dundee have been at St. Mirren.
St. Mirren after 6-2 after extra time.
Okay.
St. Mirren.
Okay. I got the confusion. I know say they get one match for Hampden Park that time. I got the confusion. But yeah, bros, you try. Now man, you be you. Another man.
I think the Dundee United. That was when he ended that 6-month goal drought.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
They
played, that was 2 weeks ago. That's when they played.
No be lie, so it can't be like say as he pick, so he just a pick.
It was a match winner. It was a match winner in that one. The difference between this and that's the league, but this is the cup. So they are in the final now. For him to have, he came on as a 86th minute, as a substitute. So for him,
they're not rated. They just put him in, not be like say striker not did there.
83rd minute. That's when he came on as a sub, and then he scored 2 goals. So
short time experts.
Kelechi Iheanacho for being able to get that.
Guy, you know why?
So the final is 23rd of May. They will be playing against Dunfermline. We'll be rooting for him.
Of course, we are start. Please, if you're a Nigerian in the Scot of land, please go there.
He's always coming off the bench. But the good thing is that this one he came on and he made a huge impact. Started to come back. It went to extra time, ended 2-2 extra time, and they ended up winning 6-2. I mean, that's remarkable.
It's like this guy likes 6, so that's 6 goals in 16 appearances. I love it for him. I love it. Now, speaking of doings,
across all competitions, 16 appearances, and it just
tell you that
16 appearances.
He tried that.
So
you can't write him off.
Let's see how we continue with that. Yes, still talking about our big boys, right?
Tell me his name. Call his name again.
Call his name again.
Oh!
We need to do this together. We'll do this together.
1, 2, go. Do you know what it means, Cece? I they do one also. They work that day. That match, I know because that match.
They also pay.
No, they also pay by the grace of God.
Yeah.
That Champions League night, Atlético versus
Barcelona.
Very well. See, I don't know about you, but it's an extra special feeling when I see a Nigerian guy
boxing it
on the top level. You know when they used to call, they'll be like, can this person meet up? Can this person do? But see the way in control game, he read off the place for the Giuliani, Ruggeri, and as soon as they said they don't cover and finish, as the water covers the sea, tower! They lost on the 9th, but they won overall. And they got something that, Diego Simeone had never had before, an opportunity to climb over a Barca at the Champions League. That is something special.
It's really special. Really.
So for that one alone, I like that he scored again too in the Copa del Rey. Now the Copa del Rey was different with Real Sociedad because especially in our local own boys when we say come from their own academy. I think about 9 of the players for Real Sociedad were from the academy. They were homegrown. And say when they play Omoto, it's very difficult. You have to have something extra in you.
Call them son of
Omoto will manage reach competition semi-final. What they worry you? So that final itself, he scored, but like you were mentioning off camera, the minute they took him off the game.
Yeah, it went flat. I think that's what Diego Simeone should learn. Since the second minute, he was taken off. They were 2-1 down. I felt maybe if he had stayed long, because Ademola has this flair of I remember what he did with the Barcelona players. They thought they could dribble. When Ademola started, I mean, he turned them around.
Turn them around like Baba said. Talk and where. He turned them like Baba said.
He turned them around. Same thing he did at Atletico game. The other players just did not step up. I feel if they had stepped up, they wouldn't have let him down. So there's a story here. The story here is for Ademola Lookman. He's now the second Nigerian to score in the Copa Del Rey final. Finidi George. Finidi George. I mean, that's another winger. I think there's something synonymous with Finidi George. There's something, there's something about Finidi George and Ademola Lookman. Both of them are wingers. Yeah. Both of them play in the opposition in the fine. They don't stick.
They don't stick to the wing.
Yeah. I mean, they go everywhere.
They cut in.
They cut in. They track back, and then of course they score. So that's the good thing about these two players. And another thing that they share in common is the losses. In this Copa del Rey final, Ademola Lookman was on the losing side, and in 1997, 29 years after,
Did you have to bring out that stat?
29 years ago, Finidi George was also on the losing side. Was playing for Real Betis at that time. And on the other side, guess who was there on the other side? It was Barcelona, and Emmanuel Amunike was on the other side. Emmanuel Amunike did not score, but he ended up lifting the trophy. Now, that was 29 years ago. I mean, just check back. At the age of 28, Finidi George, Ademola Lookman is now sharing similar records with Finidi George. So both of them are winger. I pray and hope someday that we'll have a second Nigerian to actually lift the Copa del Rey. We have one already. He's standing above every other person.
Yeah, he just won the Copa. Amunike,
Barcelona in 1997. Now we have we thought maybe in 2026. There's 2027. So maybe in 2027. Who knows? If you see with Atlético Madrid, I think it will be there because it's their best buy in a long time. He will. I mean,
impact player, everything.
In 18 games he's played so far.
Just January when they bring him.
7 goals, 3 assists. So, I mean, give it to Ademola Lookman. Once again, I think we need to give it to Ademola Lookman, really.
If CAF, you don't do that thing that you like to do, that as long as one guy play one pangolo match for inside Champions League, I know the guy they talk of. Next thing I go put him as Africa best. Shey you see as this season has been going now.
Yeah.
Have you seen anything from those people that they used to like to put in and say they're Africa best? If you're Africa best, this has been the flattest season for me personally.
For most African players.
All the guys that they said were Africa best. When Osimhen Africa best, you not see doings. Everywhere choke. And not they say strikers because that's also striker they like they put. But if they call you Africa best, you go show working. This weekend up past now.
No, I think the injury that he had going into that Nations Cup may have also reduced that. We usually see what he could do.
Did Lookman not get injury? Did Osimhen not get injury? See, injury is part of a footballer's makeup. When you show up, if you have to give someone a title, it's just that they go somewhere.
Yeah.
Because look at how it say, even our African best for our women. When they gave their best title, all the ones that they say are African best. No. Yeah. Have you seen them show working? Instead, it's the girls, all the Esther. I'm not saying because I'm Nigerian, no. All the Tabitha. All the ones that were ignored, that were not even put in top 3. Those are the ones that are still showing back to back. No matter, my point is, no matter how you give titles,
Nations Cup, so.
They were not at. I agree.
Yeah,
okay,
so
Nations Cup.
The Nations Cup, so you're also looking at the performance.
I be wait, not be Samura. Samura, this other woman, this other girl, Shebak.
Yeah.
What have you heard from Shebak?
Okay.
They played. They just finished. They just finished this thing. Our women's international break. They played and whatnot. I'm just saying that if you are Africa's best, show it.
You need to continue with that.
You have to continue.
Justify.
Nobody can say anything now about Ademola Lookman, the former one.
Yeah.
Nobody can say anything about Victor Osimhen, the former one. Even when we say Oshola said they not put her in, then nobody can say anything. Even for our girl self, Rashida Tajibade, because even after she no get title, you are still seeing working. This is a clarion call to CAF to simply show working. When you are giving people's title, I would like that. Every other weekend, I won't be talking about certain people. I should be talking about the people that actually have the title of I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best.
Okay.
Best, show working now.
Yeah, you know why I was saying I was vexed when Ademola Lookman was substituted. All the time he was on the field of play. I mean, 1 goal from 3 attempts.
3 attempts. His turnover is wild.
The 1 key pass, 31 touches.
31.
Completed 11 of his 13 passes. That's 85% accuracy.
Cece, I like say you put 85 because you know say I get E, D, and F for mass for my head. So if you put out too much,
accuracy. So I mean, that's the player you're taking as. So I thought just maybe if he had been on the pitch, I mean, maybe he could have won. But they're still in the Champions League, so we have 4 teams. So hopefully, get to win the Champions League and we get to celebrate him big time. And maybe everyone in the studio.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe one thing that people have to know is that when
we'll look out for that because the other teams, apart from Bayern, honorable mention.
Oh yeah. I see, Papa, Mr. Producer. If you talk this Bayern, then maybe you put the video of this company daddy, the House of Rep member in Belgium. You know what it means that? Hey, I'm not get better scarf today. You hear Bayern Munich cover that thing that wool. As the guy enter, he won't give House of Rep speech. As they enter in, they walk out with aura. That is what a son doing well,
Yeah.
a daughter or anybody doing well. You make everybody feel like they are part of what you are about. I'm not sure anybody has brought a Bayern Munich polo or even cup into that hallowed all before. But company now, he did so well with games.
You know what it means. When was the last time you actually saw, apart from Pep Guardiola, when was the last time you saw or a coach from outside? I mean, he's missed.
Dominates.
I mean, he's not a pure Caucasian, the white.
Just say foreigner.
No,
leave
not
like that.
So he's a foreigner. He's from Belgium and he has roots in Africa.
Yeah,
and
Congo.
Then from Congo, and then 109 goals. 109 goals that Bayern scored in 30 games. They lost just one game this season.
That's not even counting the over 160 goals they scored everywhere.
We're not talking about the Champions League. We're talking about the
just in one league.
109 goals and then 30 games, and then he has won the league. I think there's something. There was one.
Nicolas Jackson win league. Chelsea they fight for 5th place.
I knew it.
Don't please. Company, let's stick to company.
I think 79 points.
I can't go with you. Something I've never see anything. Then they fight.
I knew it that she was going to go all this back.
See, but
and the couple with the fact that Chelsea also lost to Man U on Saturday. I feel your pain. I share it. I mean, you need a hug.
Keep your Pangolo hug. Cece, I respect you. That's why. The reason why I respect you more, I say you had the good sense to know that when your Pangolo club win my Pangolo club, you didn't do that nonsense that people of a godless nation used to do, to be sending memes and nonsense. Because what is that? What is that?
It's been entertaining, but I think okay. We're stopping here.
Let's stop here. Let's go to Atlético.
Shout out to Vincent Company for what he had done with Bayern. 109 goals. I think that's the record. They broke their record. I think it was last Sunday.
Yeah.
The record goals they've scored the previous one. And so Vincent Company came on, lost just one game, considered 29 goals, scored 109, 79 points, 30 games. He has won the league, and this is April. And this was what we're expecting Arsenal to have done this time around.
Not too loud that they go to say a bottle with the carry.
Yeah, because it's dropping. I'm leaving it here. Okay. Yeah. So
OFILI,
yes.
So let's get into it. We were doing our thing. Cece, I don't know where you were, but I was just trying to maintain life. I was observing the MTN champs and follow up for the people that were running in Ibadan. Fantastic stuff, by the way. And then we saw the update that came for FAVOUR OFILI, our star girl. Yeah. Not just in the mixed release, regular release, 200 meter, the sprint races, the alumni from LSU. Yeah. Who has tried to change allegiances, of which we hear that she has dual allegiance now, or dual passports now for Turkey. And she was trying to change allegiance there because of poor management of her career, her races, and, administrative challenges that, put her in the wrong place when it comes to races, especially national races. When it's time to file in paperwork, she said the paperwork was never filed in time. Nigerians saw it happen, not just one Olympic, 2 Olympics. And for a young girl who has started very, very early, you could understand why she was very discontent. So I guess she decided to go the route of Glory Alozie, the route of Oga Obikwelu, or the route of Oga Igali. And what's different about this one, Cece, is the fact that the country she tried to switch allegiance to decided to pack all of them like sardine together and present the full case in one foolscap sheet. And World Athletics said no. Now, a lot of Nigerians have come out, and that's why I would like us to address this. A lot of Nigerians have come out in the past few days to say, AFN Athletics Federation, they were part of this. They joined, now agree, make the girl, won't take crossover, and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. So we say make we look the thing small. And on looking it closer, even if you have those kind of thinking, Cece, what did you conclude from what you saw from the list of persons they brought out? Because, I mean, there were a few Jamaicans. A few Jamaicans that...
4 Jamaicans. You have 4 Jamaicans.
Gold
5
medalists.
Kenyans. Yes, 5 Kenyans. Only one
bronze
Nigerian.
medalist, only one Nigerian.
One Russia.
So is it personal, first of all? I just want to know.
No, it's
is this
not.
personal?
I think that's what we need to clarify here.
Is this personal?
Turkey.
Wait. May I ask you the question first? Wait.
Okay.
Did the Athletic Federation of Nigeria purposely sabotage FAVOUR OFILI's allegiance or swap to Turkey? This one that World Athletics have already given a no refusal. Did they or did they not?
No, I mean it's clear. I don't know where they get the gist from. Now, if you look at the press release that was coming from World Athletics, it wasn't just OFILI's name that was there. You know, they say usually when you present athletes that you want to adopt into your country.
Adults, like say that pikin.
Naturalize into your country. When you present them, they set up a panel to see if the cases are okay. And they look through everything. Yes, OFILI had a very strong case for wanting to switch. But then they look at all the athletes. They were performing exceedingly well at the highest level. And they thought, okay, are they not trying to bring in mercenary to actually help them compete at the Olympics?
Are they the first country to do it? What was so bad about what Turkey was trying to do?
They had 11 at the same time. 11. And 5 are Kenyans. You know how good Kenyans are when it comes to long distance race and some other races. And then 4 Jamaicans.
Former world record holder day inside. Hey,
of course, marathon runners. We're talking about marathon runners and some other athletes. I mean, you give us the names later. So these are athletes that are world-class athletes. They're not just athletes that are up and coming, which you can say, okay, I will train them. They're not training. So what World Athletics is trying to prevent is Turkey. That's the new name now.
They have the money. They're no more. They call them Turkey again.
So they're saying that if they allow them to do this, Qatar will come tomorrow. I love what Qatar they're doing. They take 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's what they do. They don't take everybody, right? If it was just OFILI and the Russian, people will understand. We know what's currently going on in Russia. People will understand. But you're taking 11 at the same time. You're presenting them. Want to naturalize these athletes to run for us at international level. So you're looking at the World Championships, you're looking at the World Relays, you're looking at the Olympics, the biggest of it all, at the big stage. You're not just looking at Diamond League's individual, athletes, or even running nationally. So now, if Turkey is given the opportunity to have these 11 athletes, what's going to happen at the Los Angeles Games or the World Championship? So it simply means this will set a wrong signal to everyone that you don't need to train your athletes domestically. You can actually outsource athletes. You can go to the US, the collegiate system in the US that are producing lots of these athletes. Thank God for the collegiate system, NCAA. They are the ones that are actually helping our Nigerians, those running for us at the moment, grooming them more. After they've discovered them, they go to the US to school, then from there they get better, and then they come back home to run for us. So other countries can actually go to the NCAA and use money to entice these athletes. You know what? You don't have to run. Come, we'll give you money. Run for us, naturalize for them. So how do you grow the sport back home? What's the future of the young athlete, a young a Turkish girl who wants to run for the country? Maybe she's not good enough, but money may not be pumped into her. They rather go to a Nigerian and look for those athletes who feel, you know what, I want to earn more money. I need to switch because of one thing or the other. So what they're trying to prevent is we neglecting what we have back home and relying on foreign born to represent us at international stage. Yes, that for every country, right? Let there be integrity. Yes, I think that's one thing. They want
see this part when you talk, you see this integrity part.
Yeah.
I feel like this World Athletics they like instigating and putting themselves aside.
Let me see if I can get this quote out first.
Okay,
it says, given the common features across the applications, the panel assessed them together and determined that such an approach is inconsistent with the core principles of the regulations. These principles are designed to safeguard the credibility of international competition, encourage member federations to invest in the development of domestic talent, and maintain confidence among athletes that national teams are not primarily assembled through external recruitment. It goes back to what I was trying to tell you. A Turkish young girl who wants to run for the country, maybe 200 meters, she's not been able to run maybe sub 21 for a long time. And then they check, okay, the Nigerians, okay, there's a Nigerian girl who feels, okay, I mean, you guys can pay me money, I can run for you, and I'm doing a sub 20 or a sub 21. and then they pick her, forgetting the girl who is struggling to actually come up. So that's the credibility they are trying to do. You don't come up with 11 athletes. They have the same feature. The features, what's the features? They are all champions. Go check the record of all of them.
That's
what they're looking at.
They are not all champions. So
they are not all champions. How many are non-champions out of the 11?
I think a couple of them.
Okay.
The Russian heptathletes. 1, 2, 3. That one they do 8 sports at the same time, Sha. The heptathlon and the heptathletes athletes. Hey, horrible. You get my point, my people. That one, Sha. So apart from the Russian girl, Sofia Yakushina, we also have our FAVOUR OFILI. And FAVOUR OFILI has not really medaled on the world stage in that way. The last time she really medaled on the world stage on some level.
Wait 20, yes.
And now that 20, they go somewhere. They go somewhere.
Okay, yeah.
Just like the way Gloria Lozier medal for world stage. Okay. Just like the way when we say our senior man, what's his face, the commissioner of sports for Obikwelu there, the Portuguese man. Yeah. Just like even himself, he medal for world stage. Okay. The wrestler now.
The wrestler, we know Daniel Gali.
Gali. Yeah. Just like he did too. So when people say FAVOUR, she has already been here, so she can't be. The others that changed, nothing spoiled. The only thing that spoiled was that for me, they bundled her and Sophia together with these other athletes, like Wayne Pinnock, like Jadon Ebert. That one be say be triple jumper under 20 world record holder. That one. Because for me, now, if you're at the common, if you have a category, if you get category, when they listen to music, una know say if you be major artists, when we say you never blow finish, you be grade B, you go soon blow complete. You are a King Madi, for instance. If King Madi they come and you want pick King Madi, it's okay. But if you want pick King Madi now and you want take Thames, you want take Arya Star, you want take Tiwa Savage, Hazard now, you want take all the people when we say don't establish. So everybody go question your motives. But if you can't just take maybe a fave, or you take a King Madi.
Are you teaching them how to actually poach?
Not be poach, be that. If it don't happen for over 40 years, before you and I were born, Nigerians have been swapping. The minute they, and you see the reason, you see why beside they go somewhere. The reason they para for these world athletics people was that when this girl was complaining about the inconsistencies in the filing of her work, of her paperwork, when we say she don't run the time, when is my testing time and all that, they didn't stand fit Mudiaga. They didn't hold ground for the girl. But when the girl don't want to move now, una don't know how to separate the stone from the rice, make it be so una commode the stone. Because actually, not even talking with the application, I spoil am first. But even World Athletics in their submission, I feel like it is faulty. Because the truth is, the established athletes like the ones from Jamaica, the Rohe Stoner, the ones that have already won gold in discus already at the Olympics. If it's those ones, those categories, if it's all the Radindra, Campbell, those ones have already won things. If not, they bet they've won things. If it's the Kenyan girl, Kiss girl, you don't hold world record before. You already have things. Waiting FAVOUR gets. All she has now. You know the thing will pay me. And by the way, whoever bring out that photo of our athletics president, that be the first when most people see the guy. We had 2 gold chains with snap back, with polo. Say, Nigeria, welcome back. You can't put our president inside rapper 50 Cent outfits. What did they worry on now? You should be sober. Immediately, our sports federation have been a commission. Oh, we are welcoming back the girl. We are doing blah, blah, blah. Have you filed our paperwork? Have you made sure that everything that makes sure that the girl will be fine? Have you put a structure in? Because if not maybe the girl, I'll be feeling so bad. Because she's giving her hottest developmental years to the country. And what did the country give her back? If not filing inconsistencies, or they'll put her in a race that she's not fit to run, and they will not let her continue with her program that gives her the best output, that has been giving her the best output. And you won't come make it be say, no, the team pay me for the girl, I'm not gonna lie you. In fact, between that girl and Arsenal fan, then I collect the biggest hell this past weekend, though. Between FAVOUR OFILI, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, Cece, I'll leave it to you.
I was going
Can she appeal?
I was going to tell you that.
Can she appeal?
I was going to
Let's go to court.
No, I was going to tell you, she's not the one appealing. It's the country. This is not about OFILI. This is about Turkey and what they are doing. That's where it's coming from. So that's what I'm trying to tell. They didn't do it well. Turkey, they need to do better. That's what I'm trying to tell you, that They want these athletes. You don't submit one. You don't.
They should have bunched her in with that now.
No, they because they have to come together, because this is the time. You're going for what they needed to do was like what you were trying to teach them style, how you poach. You can have what you were teaching. The move you were teaching them was you don't put these athletes together. Maybe this year in this this Olympics is coming. Pick 2. Maybe the next one pick another 2. But they had 11 together, and we know they're granted by this Olympics, you have 11 of them competing for them. But the point I was trying to make is when you're saying OFILI is not as big as other athletes, I will tell you that going into the Olympics, remember, going into the Olympics in Paris, who was the
hottest, but did she medal?
No, that's
did
not
she
the point.
medal?
The point is
because she didn't medal. We have 2 people that got gold and bronze in this list. They medaled.
And 2, Nigeria is a sovereign nation. World Athletics cannot tell Athletics Federation of Nigeria on how to run their own. So OFILI is running sub 22. We all know that, and she's been consistent. So how many 200 meters do you know that consistently run that? So it's difficult. So when you have a girl like who's been consistent at her level, running the Diamond Leagues, I mean, we talked about the under 20.
She can still run one day mix. She won't para say, but I don't want to do anything for country again. She can still just stay in Turkey. I'll just be running one. She has 2 passports now, Abi. Yeah. 2 passports, like. So she can be doing one sometime raising another one there.
The point we're trying to make is, I love what World Athletics did. Yes, I'm pained for OFILI because right now she's in limbo. Will she come back to want to run for Nigeria and go to the Commonwealth Games?
Honestly, I hope
or will she want to just stay in Turkey and continue running her meets and making her money? And then she has the rest of mind, because mental health is important for her. When you've gone through that, if you're not strong enough, OFILI has gone. Some athletes will just want to retire. No, but she continued running, and even at she ran at the weekend, right?
Yes, sir.
She ran
not 20, not a bad one too.
Yeah, so she continued her race, so it's not really affecting her that much. But then when your mental health is important, you want to go to a place where you're welcome. You want to go to a place where you feel, I don't have to think, will I compete or will I not compete?
I won't be filing. I won't be thinking of like an administrator.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So you have to think for yourself.
Your welfare, your this one.
Is running. So I think that's what she wants to do. And I hope this will also send a message to our own Athletics Federation of Nigeria, because since World Athletics is talking about credibility of the sport and grooming your own talent and also treating your athletes well, I know where they put that could maybe have to do with Nigeria. Treat your athletes well. Make sure you have a cordial relationship with them. It shouldn't be about you. It should be about them, because without the athletes, you're not there at all. If there are no athletes for you to run, we wouldn't have Athletics Federation of Nigeria. We wouldn't have a president. We wouldn't have a secretary. We wouldn't have anybody. So these athletes should come first. The World Relays is coming May 2nd and 3rd. It's just a weekend. So the athletes shouldn't travel a day before. They can travel 2 days before. Give them time. Because we know there's no straight flight. I'm not sure there's a direct flight to Botswana. You have to break it. Kenya these athletes will have to run. So please give them 3 days. So these are some of the things that will make them want to stay. By the time they travel a day and they're running that day, I don't know what you expect them to perform. Miracle. So let's treat our athletes better so that they can stay, and countries like Turkey and others cannot come and poach them and then start winning medals for them. So take a cue from World Athletics, what they've done. Treat your athletes well. Groom your talent at home, and then you'll just be successful.
Baba, for me, if na me be favor, first of all, there was nobody taking responsibility for all the mess up from Paris. So if there can be no peace without justice. How can I have justice if una no okay? So we messed up, and this is what we have put on ground to make sure that we don't mess up again. So if you're not putting litigation, if you're not putting a new policy that any person will not file these papers, any person will not tell person, say, oh boy, your testing time for your drug test or what, you know what that they do now. If you miss this thing, this is the sanction. We will publicly disgrace and pillory you because you are taking years and time away from this athletes.
I don't understand. Do people take responsibility for what they've done?
Did our man Galadima, was he not one of all those people that anything when something go take out with the full chest? I be the big pass other Nigerian administrators when we say they take responsibility. These days, people do nonsense. That's why people continue to do nonsense. That's why I'm very sure the girl still they waste time to agree whether she go agree for Nigeria. If your boyfriend don't slap you 2 times before, you go back and tell her and say, baby, give me more. You go give her. Sorry, my sister. But na lie.
On your lifestyle, I think on your lifestyle this weekend before we end the show. Yeah, on your lifestyle. Where were you at the weekend, really? Tell me.
Where you were supposed to be, and then you scammed me. This sister that told me that
sometimes you just need to rest.
I'm coming.
Yeah.
So I'm coming. Keep my ticket. I'm coming. This lady had VIP access to one of the coolest motorsports events yet on this side of the divide. I'm telling you, it's just the third edition of the Red Bull car park drift. Those of now when we say from Warri, they go say now Twege they do that. Used to drive skill. Jesus.
Donuts, the
wheelies.
The
No, sir, they ride Okada that time when I small before my park set my back. He said picking, not the son I go school make because Okada rider. But the things that people did, and then the walks of life, intergenerational sports enthusiasts, car enthusiasts, and then a world record holder, Ademola Lookman. See, I can talk on it, but it's better that you see it yourself. One guy enter motor, jump, come off for the motor. Star boy BMX, don't come up for the motor.
Do not try this at home.
Do not try it
on the streets.
But the coolest
it's meant for professionals.
It's for professionals. The coolest part for me about the weekend was before drifting and street racing used to be just free form, freestyle, anyhow you want to do. We just gather in Kaduna, gather in Abuja, control chaos. Yes, but it used to just be. But the good thing about Ademola Lookman and what he did, because they did an academy to teach the main guys that are doing this in these parts of the world. And they were like, safety is key. You can't do just for showmanship. These are the rules and regulations. These are the things. So it's regulated. So you can't just see people just train motor up and down. They don't engineer their motor, not be regular motor. Some of the motor, not even they drive normal road normally. They put an inside truck, they move them until they want to drift. So I love that they were keen on the safety part, not just the showmanship. They were keen on the engineering. And I realized that Nigerians are so talented. There were accountants that had... They sabi, they do engineering work. They get one guy, what's his name? J Bash, that one a mechanic engineer. Only then they work in motor. The other one, Starboy, when they drop. It was an opening of a high. But I will not talk about it anymore. See it for yourself. Five people, everything nice.
Okay. And then what are our Super Falcons up to? I mean, international break.
Our Super Falcons. No, you have to see it too. Our girls are catching cruise.
International break. I mean, they're all having fun. And since there are no games,
our girls are in Greece.
playing their 500 games.
When did they start playing football?
Yes, they play their 500.
England don't play 500. Not be saying England when be say they be like Brazil. If they play ball for their side less than 40 years ago, 50 years ago, they go put you for jail. Okay. They go say you be criminal. They don't play 500 games. Our girls never still play game. Instead, my chief, go the stroll for Greece. When they break Greece gets legs.
No, she's not breaking people's leg when she's, dribbling the dribblers or dribbling people.
Can I just say something? Public announcement. Have you seen those girls? You should go on their socials if you're not following people. If you're not following our athletes, we have very lovely looking young ladies. You need to follow them. Those of you that have outfits, you need to start thinking about collaborations with them because, I mean, if not be those two, when we say work, Monday Gift and Deborah. That worked fashion week for America.
Yeah, US.
As I see Tosin, I say, no. This girl should have a fashion brand dressing her. I was on Rinsola's live when she was having a brunch on Sunday, speaking Italian. I say, no, things are happening, please.
Yeah, these guys are just, they're having, I think they need games. I mean, I think we may have played up to 1,000 games. Who knows? But the thing is,
maybe I go ask Sam. Sam Amadou might help us.
Yeah, he will help us.
Or what if that our guy Moses Nagogo? Yeah, that was a man from the Middle Belt.
He should know.
They might have those details. Anyway, thank you so much. By the way, in case you're just strolling past, if you manage to chill with us for this one, you can tell that Nigeria is happening, the world is happening, but you know what? Sports is live and in charge. And right here for Cece and Chief Sports Show, we always like to put the best foot, positive things forward. Unfortunately, before we close this one off, we have to say goodbye to some persons that have been part of the ecosystem in Nigeria and the world all over. And one of them being Temisa Nkomi, a veteran sportscaster on multiple platforms. A model, he used to model too, and a fellow actor. We used to act together on Teen Cell as well, among other spaces. And a jolly good fellow, a guy's guy, a ladies' man, and his passion for his family and his kids was really unmatched. I'm not gonna lie you, Cece, hearing say someone like Temisa go. It was not one of the funnest things, especially with asthma and stuff like that. So may the soul of the departed rest in peace. And really thank you, bros, for all the things that you put put on ground, because I promise you, I didn't know. I've never experienced any person from our field in our industry die, and nobody has really been able to move on. For the past few days, everywhere has just been, nobody has been okay. And that tells you that really when you are alive, you have to do the best you can, because really that's all you have. So God bless you, sir, and God bless your family and console your family. You miss somebody.
I think life is a stage, really. That's what we've seen it. So just come play your part and ensure that as you're living, when you leave, that footprint will remain forever. I think Temison is a friend of everyone. I mean, there's nobody in the sport industry that wouldn't see nice things about Temison.
Not just the sport.
Wenger said something about, when you're born, people rejoice with you, and of course, when you die, that's when you have people. But Temison, his own, even all through his life, I mean, it was always good. He lived his life.
He lived his life. That's one thing he did. He was never
and he
apologetic.
Loved his family, and the fact that he connects with everybody. I mean, he connects with you no matter who you are. I mean, the first time I met him, I think it was a civil bread. I'm trying to remember.
He made our profession look cool.
Cool.
Like, he was such a cool guy.
When you see him, he made me fall in love with basketball. I'm sure he's no longer here. And I wish I had the time to actually tell him, or I was able to do I remember on Classic FM one evening, I was with Rotimi. He was in the studio. I was supposed to do the show with him. I'm like, no, I'm still a channel. So I'm like, if I had known that, maybe I would have done that show with him.
Always say yes if you can.
Yes, you always say yes if you can, because you wouldn't know when the opportunity will come. It may never come. But so, Temison is just one of those guys that, like, I mean, he loves everyone. And his advice, I mean, there's something he told me. I can't say that it's just for me alone. That I know that I'm going to fulfill that. No talk the thing when
Temison the advice before.
I know I'm going to fulfill that because of, what he said. And it's a memory, that will stick with me forever. I pray for the family. I pray for the boys he left behind. He loved his boys so much that, God will give them that grace and that strength to be able to carry on, because they're people. You say someone is irreplaceable. So Temison is just one of those.
One on
one that you say.
There will never be another one. You.
I mean, the words he used, the coinage, his English. I mean, I don't know where he gets it from. I don't know where he got it from. I wish I had time to actually ask him, how do you coin this language?
He had a
from
wide bank
from everything. I mean,
did you used to listen to his show when they do those
every Saturday morning?
Not even the sports one. So
no, I'm talking about Saturday hip hop. Yeah, Saturday hip hop show. Yeah,
there was one that used to do
rap
shows.
Saturday morning with shows.
When they do one, man, you come be like say, now wow, men they drop gist, they drop jam. They couldn't give me a proco talk to me.
I think
he had a way of making you feel like you were in the senior boys club. Where did they give coded gist? Where we say code be a day, nice things they day. You always felt like you were a baddie when you were listening to a Temison show, because he was grown and sexy in his own way when he approached certain topics. So really, it was not just the sports; it was life, it was everything. Even his tweets was larger than life. Anyway, bros, God will bless you. And bros, to our man from the north, one of the shiniest stars from Kano State. Even before they born me, this man, though they do things from being a commissioner, not just in transport, not just in welfare, also did a big thing coming back again in Nigerian Football Federation. Then it was NFA,
Nigerian Football Association.
Yeah, Football Association, talking about our former chairman, Galadima Oga, Alhaji Ibrahim Galadima, the only man to return money when we say he not use them. Hey, I don't know about the others, so now the one when I hear.
When you listen to
integrity.
Yeah, when you listen to people talking about Galadima, you just picture transparency.
Yeah.
Picture transparency and picture integrity.
Yeah.
That's what defines him.
Yeah.
I was listening to senior colleagues like Kelechi, Chris Green talking about him, how they will go, on for competition. And then the extra codes that follows. And maybe you're expected to spend like 10 days. He could spend like maybe 5 days. The rest, he returns it. When they host competition, when they host the Under-20 World Cup.
He was a chairman too now for Welcome to Nigeria 99.
So he returned the money, what was left. There was no sharing formula. There was no share the money. He returned what was left.
Yeah.
And when he became NFF president, after 4 years, when the election was going to hold next, he got elected, but people were saying Nigeria didn't qualify for the 1996 World Cup at that time. And then what happened? He stepped down.
No control.
He stepped down, said no quarrel or anything. Then that's the man that we've lost. For those who are currently in charge of the Nigerian Football Federation, just look at his life and then look at what's going to happen when you left. Are we going to be saying this about you? Or we're going to be thinking, okay, this one is gone. At least one less
chance
ego
don't
to
come, make
deal
I
with.
enter.
So may his soul
rest in peace. So I hope
Amen.
we all have a great week ahead. And let me tell you truly, I hope that you get the chance to shine and show out and show up as you're supposed to, because really this life not only one we get. So if you are not doing it well, what are you waiting for? Cece.
Yeah, I just know that life is a stage, and then
This is your
you're
Shakespeare
there
well and well.
to perform, right? So whatever you do, you will definitely leave at some point. So that moment you've been given to perform, make the best out of it.
Yes. Like now, I love you. I'm not performing it. I tell you now, Mona, get up for camera. I love you. For the rest of now, when you follow up, like, follow, subscribe, share. We love you. See you on the next one. And if you feel like we forgot somebody when we're giving our highlights for Africans and Nigerians that really stood out for us this week, let us know. If you feel like you want to contribute on the favor of Philly situation, let us know. And yes, I shall say that they contribute for Temisa Okomi family when he leave behind his young boys that are just about to start university and whatnot. So you can get online and go look out for it. And if you feel like you want to contribute to him, do that too. We love you. Take it easy, my people. Boko.